Hello and welcome to the Copyworld Adelaide Hills Rally, the spectacular part of this country that it is, renowned for its fine wine, its great food and produce, boutique arts and craft. There is so much to see and do in this region, but most importantly, we have a collection of the best rally car drivers in this country. This is round 5, the penultimate round of the 2025 E-Road Australian Rally Championship. Chris Stubbs with you. Alongside me is Dean Herridge. We are at stage 10 of 18 for the weekend, Wattle Flat 2. This is our second run at this stage. 10 kilometres we've got in front of us, and Dean, this is a place that's pretty special, isn't it?
It is indeed. As our first car, which is going to be different for some of our viewers if you've been watching. Hayden Pannon, nice job around the right hand, a little spray of rocks on the way through. He's our leader, championship leader, and of course he was not supposed to be car 1 on the road.
No, we have had some breaking news here today, no doubt about that, involving Harry Bates, who had a crash on stage 7 earlier today. So we'll talk about that a little bit more later on. But our reporter, Jackie Shivey, she's been with us here today. And let's get an update from our championship leader, Hayden Patton, and how his day has been progressing.
Right, Hayden, obviously you would have seen Harry's crash out there. How has that changed things for you? Has it taken the pressure off a little bit?
Yeah, obviously unfortunate for Harry. I think it would have been a really good close battle this afternoon. So, yeah, real shame to see him parked up on the side of the road. And, yeah, definitely changes our target after that. We backed off and now just trying to look after the tyres, look after the car and try and get cleanly through. And, okay, Lewis is not so far behind, so we've still got to, stay focused and make no mistakes.
Are you really needing to nurse the tyres? Like, are the roads out there proving a bit of a challenge?
Yeah, they are. There's a lot of tyre wear. The tyres moving a lot, so the feeling inside the car is not so good. But, hey, it's the same for everyone. Yeah, we could have taken the option to go into medium, but now we need to look after the tyres for tomorrow as well. So we don't want to use up any more. So we'll stick with the soft, even though it's maybe not so ideal. And
there were a couple of new stages there just now in the afternoon. How were they?
Yeah, good. Obviously a lot looser this afternoon. First pass, I think more loose than what they were this morning. So should be a bit more swept off the second time.
Awesome. Good luck. Thank you.
What a star he has been so far this year. 71-point lead in the championship over this man, Lewis Bates.
And of course, 20-second gap coming into the stage, only 10 kilometres, so realistic, holding it steady. Lewis won the stage 9 by a couple of seconds. So a bit of management, of course. Sprint series, we lock away points tonight. He'll increase the gap. It's now a 2-horse race for the championship. Bit of a slip line coming through. Coming now past us. Anti-lag ablaze. Turns it right in. Little bit of hesitation on the throttle, but now powering away.
So it's been a pretty good day for Lewis. Let's just set the scene a little bit about what we've got here for this 5th round of the E-Road Australian Rally Championship. It's 161 kilometres of competitive stages, and there we have the lineup there. So in total, 81 today, 79 tomorrow. It's fast and flowing, isn't it? It's pretty furious.
The Sky Roads is unbelievably quick and big commitment, as you've seen by some of them already.
So this is the actual location of where we find ourselves at the moment, just on the edge of the grounds of the Wesley Church, so about 45 minutes southeast of Adelaide. Spectacular countryside, and we've just been loving everything that we've been seeing so far today. The big talking point, though, it really has been Harry Bates and that accident that he was involved in on the 7th stage of the day. Massive ramifications for the championship. So let's hear from Harry, because our reporter again, Jackie Shivey, caught up with a fairly disappointed man, it's fair to say.
So Harry Bates, stage 7, you just had a crash. Can you talk us through what's just happened?
Yeah, it was coming down the hill literally right here behind us, braking into a third gear left-hander, and probably broke, to me, what felt like max a car length too late. But the car stepped wide and we were into a tree behind us, and then that actually spun us into a second tree, which is what's put us out, because if we just hit the first tree, it wouldn't have been such an issue, but the second one's damaged the radiator. So, out for the day. Very unfortunate.
Is it fixable for tomorrow?
Yeah, fixable for tomorrow, I'd say. Just disappointing. It's been a weird one, 2025. This is the third, basically, very similar incident I've had this year, and I need to try and put my finger on why. It's been a bit of a nightmare of a season from that perspective, but anyway, there's been some good in the middle of it, but it's been a bit of a rough one. So need to put my finger on why this is happening and try and look at, obviously, something in my driving's not working quite right, particularly when it comes to sort of losing the rear and having these incidents. So disappointing.
More importantly, how are you and how's Coral?
Yeah, we're both fine, completely fine. It was a very low impact accident. So yeah, from that point of view, all good. Just disappointed.
Yeah, so you see the dust there behind us. Alex Rillo has just gone through, as we're hearing there from Harry. In terms of the context of what this means, you could hear the disappointment for our defending champion.
Yeah, it's been an up and down season. He had some pace. He really needed to make an impact if his title hopes were going to be there. But it's stage by stage, round by round, and he's fair and square blaming himself. And that's what happens when you're pushing at the top limits and you're taking on a champion like Hayden Patten. The pressure comes up, and as we said at the top, it's now a two-horse race.
In other big news today, one of the stars for our round here in the Adelaide Hills, Toby Price, also not going to be coming through this afternoon. If you were with us for our live stage earlier today, it was an issue on stage 3. It's brought him unstuck, and you've got an update for us.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the car was a big accident, etc. Holly was taken to hospital for precautionary checkups. She had a few scans, bit of a sore neck and things, but those scans are coming through good. May even be released out of hospital, which is great news. That's the primary part. Yeah, unfortunate. In these, you pay big consequences. Had to roll into the field, and we lost one of the big names in sports. It's been a big day. We've lost a couple of big names.
Yep. A big name in terms of the Wolf Production Cup has been our man Clayton Hoy. He's been doing an outstanding job so far, and just the progression that he continues to show. It's a pretty well put together package for him, isn't it?
Oh, he's unbelievable. I keep saying it each round, like he's the most underrated guy. He's in production car, and the stage times that he sets and the consistency that he has. It's very rare to have that mistake in Gippsland, which was a lot of people got caught out on, to be fair. And the pace that he runs this production Mitsubishi at is unbelievable. It would sometimes in the faster roads you can bridge the gap. Some of the particularly suspension travel advantages that an R5 or a Rally 2 car might have is less of an issue, or you can bridge the gap a little bit on these high speed roads, a bit like when you go to New Zealand, and he's showing that because he's in amongst some of the Rally 2 cars. Comes towards us, nice under brakes, and smooth and tidy, just running off the torque of the car. Even a little less flamboyant than some of the Rally 2 cars, but so effective.
So Clayton had a little bit of a moment earlier today, and Jackie had a chat to him. He's had a couple of, I think, off the gravel moments, shall we say, but overall Clayton Hoy has been doing an outstanding job, and let's hear from him with Jackie.
Right, Clayton, with very special guest Max joining you. How was your afternoon gone? I know you weren't too happy this morning, even though your times were all right. How were those stages just now?
Pretty good. First time here, and really didn't expect the grip changes to be as big as they are. It's huge. 1 minute you got as much grip as bitumen, the next minute you're it's like a clay court, tennis court. So really didn't expect that, and that's my confidence has suffered a bit, but we're just going to finish off today. We haven't been the quickest in the last 2 stages, but yeah, that's all right. We'll start again tomorrow.
You said your confidence has suffered, but we've been hearing quite a few people have had some offs, but you've kept it on the road.
Mostly, yeah. Had one small little, into a little drain, but yeah, other than that, all good. Just very difficult, yeah.
Do you want to tell us about that one?
It's on stage 4, actually. We were still in front of Alex at the time, and we thought, we'll keep going and see how we can go against Alex. I think we were up nearly 5 seconds at the split, and then it was just a right-hander that tightened right up, and surface change. It was into a loose right-hander, and we just went a bit wider, and there was just a little hole on the outside of the road, and we went through the hole.
Now this afternoon.
So here is Peter Rillo at the moment. He's also such a welcome return to our field this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Aboard the Skoda, as we said a few times already today, and said to me he's just struggling for a bit of confidence, and these are the road confidence. That accident in Queensland was over a crest. He's pretty committed there, very committed and wide. The grass, talk about some lawn mowing. So he might not be committed on the crest, but he's absolutely committed around the right-hander square corners, that's for sure.
Fantastic. We've got a great collection of spectators here at our point at the Wesley Church.
This is a great place to spectate, by the way. The view here, fantastic weather. This is a great spot to spectate.
And that is not the first time today that Pete's been doing a bit of lawn mowing. Let's hear from Peter Rillo.
All right, Peter, we've been hearing that those stages were a bit slippery out there. How did you find it?
Yeah, look, there was some parts of it that had grip and then others didn't. So, yeah, I saw there's a little bit of carnage in front of us. So, yeah, just try and look for the grip, I suppose, next time we're out there.
Tell us about that carnage.
I saw Harry off, and we came off on one corner as well and went into someone's front lawn. Got back onto the road, fortunately. But, yeah, it was just unpredictable in a couple of spots.
Obviously, you're okay and the car's okay?
No, we're all fine. It was luckily we had a little bit of runoff there. But, the person's front lawn wouldn't be looking too good.
You've trimmed it for them. Are you going to be trimming some grass this afternoon, or are you just going to have some fun out there?
Yeah, look, we're going to try and cut more than grass today.
Well, good luck. Thank you.
So Pete adding an invoice, I think, for some lawn mowing there as well. So that's a memory for one of the locals, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And just having a quick look there, we interviewed them at a remote service. That's quite interesting to go into a town, do a remote 15-minute service, different to going back to Galvanised Rally Central, just to throw that in there. A stage update from here. Lewis Bates winning another stage by 0.2 of a second. Hayden managing it perfect. He'll win the heat. Clayton Hoy comes through third on stage and Alex Rullo. So that's the stage update for you through here on stage 10. As Troy Dow now comes towards us. Of course, an AP4 car trying to get some kilometres. Loves driving this car. He loves the feel of this car in regards to the handling. Takes that about right. Sort of a little bit of a lift on the gas. He's just waiting for the car to hook up and now pluck some gears as he heads down on these really fast, shy roads.
Outstanding location. This is the best place to be, isn't it? That corner and the overhead drone shot, and a big shout out to all our crew that are making this as possible, because they are quite fascinating to watch the lines that you get around this corner.
Well, it's good to see some corners in succession. When you come and spectate, sometimes you get the one corner only. We get to see a little bit more than that.
All right, let's get an update from Troy from earlier today as well.
Right, Troy, we've been hearing from some people the stages just now are a bit slippery, but you've done all right.
Yeah, they're pretty loose, but we managed to get through. I think we were more suited to the first stage. It was a bit more technical. Super tricky out there with how loose it is.
So this afternoon, will you have an advantage then? Will you have a good run again, do you reckon?
I hope so. We'll push a little bit harder each run, but we'll see what we can do.
And how's the car going? Because it's getting quite hot this afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the car's fine. It's just the driver overheating a little bit, but we'll manage.
We'll get some fluids into you. Good luck out there.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Always great to have Troy here with us, and he's learning so much, isn't he, being part of the Neil Bates Motorsport program?
I think so, yeah. What I was alluding to there, I think I asked him before, he's now driven quite a variety of cars in the last few years. And I said, what are you liking about this one? And he said, I think I like the handling. So as he gets his confidence, unfortunately, the last few events, he hasn't done as many competitive kilometres as he would have liked. Once he starts to feel that, I think something like a Tasmania where you can push a little more last round of the championship, trying to in survival mode, budgets come into mind and things like that. So, and once you start seeing where you sit, you start to play to that strength as well.
So we're about to see Bodie Reading coming through, our defending Wolf National Cup champion. It's a big ask for him, isn't it? He's in a car that doesn't quite have the raw speed of some of his rivals like Clayton Hoy.
You can hear it strong, but it just doesn't quite have the top end speed. It's the 25-plus-year-old car, so very mechanical in the way that it reacts and works, but you can see him hustling it. He's a very committed driver, but he's sitting in the right wheelhouse. He's not making any mistakes, and he's doing very well overall.
Yeah, and he's very much looking forward to getting to his home rally in Tasmania, which is our final stop on our journey. Let's hear, though, from a man who went through a little bit earlier and has been doing a great job, Alex Rullo.
Right, Alex, how was the afternoon for you?
Yeah, good. A little bit looser this Arvo. Our car was pretty good in the first one, but that last one was a little bit slippery in the second half there. So a little bit hard to drive, but a couple tweaks and we'll just get through this Arvo.
Obviously, you saw Harry out there. Does that put you off, or you just keep concentrating, keep pushing?
No, I wouldn't say it puts me off. Our car was actually quite comfortable in the looser conditions, so it didn't put me off. But obviously nothing to really prove with 2 stages left, so we'll just bring it home.
Now, these 2 stages, are you going to be pushing harder than this morning?
I was pushing pretty hard this morning, so probably not. We'll probably just get the day done, lock in the points for today, and then go again tomorrow.
Well, good luck. Thank you.
Cheers.
Alex, and he actually will sit in third today. I actually, looking at the stage times there, he got pipped by Clayton Hoy by only 0.7 of a second, but I think consolidating, reset for them. No need to go silly on this particular stage. He's in a bit of no man's land and in a podium position. So when you bank that, getting yourself set up for tomorrow.
That's it. So the next in order is Stewie Reid. Now, we've talked early today about this being the most New Zealand style of rally that we might see in this year's championship. That should suit this man, right?
Well, yeah, he's an expat. He lives in Australia. I mean, he did the Australian Championship back in the day with us, but we've seen him join the pattern group and doing flamboyance even there. He's throwing it anywhere. I haven't seen anyone do that there, Stewie. And I spoke to him, enjoying coming back to the Australian Championship. He absolutely is. Bella Haggerty on board. He's helping her craft and work her way through. And, of course, he's got enough experience to know what he can do with this car, what gets him the best out of it, etc. And he's doing a solid job and enjoying it.
Lowered the ride heights after his initial couple of stages today, just softening it up a bit.
You see him dancing it around a little bit there, feeling the grip a little bit. He's probably in the most sort of movement under brakes out of everyone we're seeing come through there today, and that'll be about getting a bit of that feel and helping tomorrow when we reset those times as well.
All right, well, as you said, he spent a lot of time in New Zealand, but he is an Aussie, so let's hear from him.
Stuart Reid, you've had a really good morning out there. Tell us about it.
Yeah, the first two stages were quite tricky. First thing this morning, we lowered the ride height again, so I was a little bit tentative to not really knowing what the car would do, but the third stage felt really good. I'm really happy with the car.
Will you keep the same setup heading into the afternoon?
Yeah, definitely. May soften it a bit, but again, tomorrow will be different again because the roads will be cut up a little bit, so whether we raise the ride height or not, I'll leave that to Hayden. He'll work it out.
Great, well, good luck. Thank you.
No worries, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, Stu in Aussie with a twist. Mr. Worldwide, I think.
Because they probably can't claim him as an Aussie. They like claiming Kiwis if they're ours as well.
We'll take it if they're doing well.
No,
that's
absolutely.
for sure.
And a bit of a stage update there as well. Troy Dow doing a good job in that one. He's third quickest through there. So he's pushed on, finding that confidence and things, which I think is great for him to get that sort of under the belt. So, yeah, stage update there. Lewis from Hayden, Troy, Clayton Hoy, Alex, and then Peter Rouleau.
All right, so Glenn Brinkman is the next man to come through. It's a bit of a mixed day for him, isn't it? Because Toby Price, the car that Toby had the incident in earlier today, is Glenn's car. So
Yes.
there's a bit going on for him today.
There is a little bit, but he is the style of guy that says as long as they're okay, we know the risk, this is motorsport, I want him to make sure that he's fine. I don't have an issue with it. He's a fantastic ambassador for our sport. He loves the sport, he loves the history of it, and that showcases in this car that he's driving.
Oh, what a car. Everyone is loving seeing this car.
Actually want to, I haven't really heard it out in the forest before. I've seen it, I've looked in it, etc. I want to have a good listen to this one as it goes through the stage as he comes up towards us now. You know, one of the classics. Let's have a listen. I'm going to cut in. I don't think I like his line there. he's turning, like, did you know to turn the wheel there, Glenn? But like I said, I don't think we quite saw the best of him there. But a car that's very much like an old WRC car. If you aren't confident with it, it's really hard to drive. And he said, I am struggling for a bit of commitment. It's me, I know it's me. But he just loves the thing, and it's great to have it out there.
Great fun. He did say likewise to me, the car is better than the driver. Let's catch up with him because he is quite the character.
All right, Glenn, how's the morning been for you? How's the car holding up out there?
Yeah, the car's better than the driver. So, you need to bring your courage for these roads. And clearly I didn't bring it this morning, but we kept the car straight. So hopefully I can improve on the courage for the next three.
Sounds like you had a few moments out there. Can you tell us about those?
Yeah, we had a couple of moments. We stalled it in the last stage for about 10 seconds. And the first stage was just about getting through and not making a mistake. So, yeah, there's been more moments than I'd like to have this early in the piece.
We saw you having a quick little debrief just then with your team. Are there any changes that you're going to make for the rest of the afternoon?
No changes so far, yeah. Car's really good, so I've just got to match the car.
Well, good luck with that. Thanks for the chat.
Thank you.
31 years of age. That's the car, not Glenn, and it's still going strong. It's a great combination. Likewise, Tony Sullins. What a character he is for our sport.
Oh, he is indeed. And of all the cars and the rallies, this is a combination where I said, you can keep some rhythm up and speed. He said, absolutely, but I lost a bit of rhythm in the last one and it was slippery for some reason and stuff like that.
Like the two-wheel drive?
Yeah, front-wheel drive car. So, of course, normally if you've got a really twisty rally, you're constantly fighting grip. Here, when you can get the speed up, you can be quite quick. And he's just on the fringe of the top 10. He's actually having a reasonable battle with young Jackson Long. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out as he comes through here. So let's have a look at this one. He didn't love this one the first pass through. Let's have a look at the lines he comes past us. We'll critique him on the way through.
Right.
He won't be happy. He won't be happy with that. The thing, had two goes at the brake, got it turned in, and then it washed off some speed. But that's the whole thing about a front-wheel drive car. Where you got the wheel turn is where it goes. So sometimes you've got to catch it. And remembering, it's all high-speed roads. This is the tightest corner probably on the whole stage and things. So
and the handbrake wasn't working earlier today, which doesn't help.
No, probably one of the rallies isn't good to have a handbrake. Probably going to have it on one. It'd be this one, but yeah, not ideal.
Let's catch up with Tony.
All right, Tony, you've done this round before, but you're in a four-wheel drive here last year, in a two-wheel drive this year. How is it going for you out there?
It's going all right. The first two stages, the first one I was really scared about, got through it in one piece. The handbrake hasn't been working since we left here this morning, and it's a bit of being a two-wheel drive car, you need the handbrake, so we were a bit scared on some of the tight corners, but the boys have just done a brilliant job, fixed the handbrake, so we're going out full attack.
Amazing. Full attack. You heard it here first. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, great stuff. And also great, Jackson Long, one of our drivers, has changed his classification here for this weekend in the WRX Challenge, and loving every moment of having a car with a little bit more bang in it.
Yeah, that's good to see a smile on his face, and that's different. You know, he's ARC junior champion. He's wrapped that up after 4 rounds. He's been going well in production because that car classifies. He's been driving a non-turbo the whole season. So that's what he can get his head around, the turbo. How do I make that work? Spool up corners. He talked to me how he's learning some stuff from that, which is only going to help his career. You know, a really young guy. It's not too many rally cars doing the Australian Rally Championship with a P plate on them, I've got to say. So that's pretty cool to watch. And love the fact we went back to Glenn Brinkman. You talked about him having a lot going on. This is Glenn Brinkman's car. Wasn't in that car that he's running this weekend. This is the car he campaigns in the whole of the WRX Challenge and doing the ARC. Has given Jackson... I think this car has sort of screwed him up a little bit. Let's have a look at him through one of these corners here. As he comes towards us now in the challenge cars, he hunts down someone like a Tony Sullivan. Picked the gear, floored it on the rev limiter, and now he'll try and wind up the speed and use that turbo to his advantage.
We've seen great range across the WRX Challenge this year too, haven't we? We've got youngsters like him right the way through.
Yes. Oh, and then you've got Toby Price, who's run, Brinkman, who's got experience, and then, of course, we'll see Andy Van Kam potentially as a runner coming across in the twilight of his career, absolutely loving it. So I love the fact that it can be a car for all people.
Yep. G speaks well. Let's hear from him.
All right, Jackson, you stepped it up. You're in a different car this weekend. How was the morning for you?
Yeah, it was a great morning, a bit shorter than we would have liked, but the first 2 stages, the first one was very tricky and narrow, and I was a little bit tentative, but I got over it, and the second stage was really nice and flowing. Unfortunately, with Toby going off, and it's good that they're both okay, but we didn't get to do the third, so we did a little recce run through there, and then excited for the afternoon.
I was going to say, have you got any learnings heading into the afternoon, or are your pace notes pretty bang on?
Yeah, there's a few things added in and a few don't cuts. There's lots of little posts out there that want to catch you out, and but yeah, the afternoon will be great, and getting more used to the new car and having a lot of fun.
I was going to ask, how are you feeling in that car?
Yeah, it's actually really, really surprising. It's very smooth and balanced in the fast stuff, being quite a large car, but it's drives like a rally car, and we're doing some pretty high speeds, so it's good fun.
Well, good luck.
He's a smart operator. Wearing a Maximum Motorsport hat of your organisation.
I love his work there. Yeah.
What impresses you most about Jackson?
His maturity, at that age. But I think that also comes from he's a third generation. He's got his dad alongside. I think we've got to give a lot of credit to Damien. He's a very good co-driver. He co-drove for his dad. He's been a works co-driver in professional teams. So if someone's going to know whether he's got it and where to be, it's Damien, because that's someone you put in. You put an experienced co-driver with a young guy, they instantly get that. Plus the rapport and the respect you have, that's a great combo while he's young. So, it's a great duo, and that's the maturity I think that he's got. And he's actually quite savvy on car setup. He's actually pretty good. He's probably playing around with this car more than we've seen some other people who do the series. A little bit of a throw in there from Nathan, a bit like Stewie Reid style there as he comes towards us here in the GVB sedan. This car's been knocked around a little bit through the season. Anti-lag, did it pretty well in the end, caught it, a little long on the brake, and then catches up and doing a good job.
It's hot today, 28 degrees. We're headed for tops of 30 tomorrow, and he's repping the cool suit as well.
Yeah, well, it had some bite in it prior to us coming. It's cooled down a little bit here. Yeah, he's a bit of a Stewie Reid, flying around a little bit. But yeah, it actually is quite hot, and in the cars, those cabin temperatures can be plus 30 on the ambient. And that's given our cars a little bit of a hard time in regards to tyres. We've seen some of our league competitors chop and change on their compounds, which we haven't seen all year.
All right, let's catch up with Nathan.
All right, Nathan and Ian, it's been a pretty interesting year for you so far. How's the weekend gone?
It's been a good weekend to start with. The roads are fast, a little bit slippery, we found this morning. The third stage drive-through wasn't ideal, but it's unfortunate. But pretty good.
The new stage, off the top there, stage 1, how did you find it?
A little bit slippery to start with, and just getting my head into it. We didn't do testing, so this was sort of a testing stage for us to switch back on.
So have you added quite a few notes to the pace notes for this afternoon then?
We always add a few notes and changes and bits and pieces to make sure we don't make too many mistakes.
Well, I hope it pays off for you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, they didn't do testing, so they're making the most of their opportunities later this afternoon and improving as they go.
And very much when you get to this level of experience in the team, them doing the whole championship, I think with South Australia, very different to Gippsland, it's different to Perth. We talk about a lot. Australian Rally Championship is a mini WRC. If you can master those, you come back to your local rounds or something you're more accustomed to, and you can be good everywhere. I think we see that with the people who stretch away from just their state series or step up and do a round of the ARC that's part of their state and then go on to one other, because it helps your skill set so much. And that's why you see the likes of Hayden Patton and Harry Bates being very good even against international competition because of that experience.
This car is a bit of a cult following.
Yeah,
the
it
wagon
does.
And Molly, they've had some issues today, they've been telling you.
She's normally pretty committed, yeah. A little bit of an issue on the right rear early today. They've tightened that up. Pretty spectacular and aggressive driver. And, of course, the wagon out there, the Double Rex and locals. So she's got great support here in SA.
And moving up, of course, from the Junior Cup. So this year, it's another challenge for her, isn't it, and the opposition she's facing?
Correct. She was in the same car with Jackson Long, who was fighting really hard with the Gluskies and things like that. So she's made that step up, turbocharged car, and committing to the championship. So she'll be so much better and more prepared as she keeps doing year after year. She could step into some South Australian stuff and be very competitive, maybe more than she was previous.
Dino, it might be time for a quick update on how things are progressing through this stage, our final stage of the day.
Well, let's actually go overall, since this is the last stage of the day. So Hayden Patton takes out the heat by 20.7 seconds. Then it's a minute further back to Alex Rouleau, Clayton Hoy third. Now, we know why Troy Dowell had a bit of a run through there, because he only ended up 2.2 behind Bodie. So Bodie fifth, Troy Dowell pushing to try and get that fifth spot. And then we've got about 40 seconds back to Peter Rouleau, who's then Stewie Reid. Jackson Long got in front of Tony Sullins in the end, and that's sort of our top 10 Brinkman on the fringes of the 11.
So for the championship overall, then we better give some context to that, given it was 71 points for Hayden coming in, 110 up for grabs in Tasmania.
Correct. So you've got to make sure you're under 110 for Lewis. Coming into here, 71. He banks 50 today. Lewis gets 40. It's now 81. So
good
tomorrow,
maths. Your maths is good. Where did you go to school?
I can do round numbers. I can do numbers better than words normally. But yeah, don't get me to spell anything.
Shane Garner here with Sylvia alongside the Garners, loving every moment of these roads here.
Exactly the same thing. I've spoken to them before. They're really enjoying this. These are the most roller coaster roads in the country, and committing to the different championships and really enjoying that. And, you know, going back to my point, they can't wait to go back to one of the rounds that they've got experience on, feeling like the ARC will hold them in really good stead. You know, GC8, same sort of style as Bodie Reading, one of the better sounding cars in the field, according to a lot of the spectators. Have a listen to the Subaru coming through. Sounds good on acceleration. I want to hold a little bit longer there. As soon as I put them under the mocker there, they're going a little wide and a bit of understeer, etc. So, no, doing a good job in, like I said, a very mechanical style four-wheel drive car.
So our drivers are brave, but I also think some of our operational staff are brave as well by placing the camera where it is on this corner behind us, because it's been a few that...
Yeah, I think it's about in the right spot, near the signpost. No one wants to knock the signpost over and damage their car too much.
It is a great shot. What does it mean in terms of that margin now being 81? And Harry out of the picture, Toyota Gazoo Racing, they'll put everything now into Lewis. Does that help his cause in any way? Or
look, they do that anyway in a lot of ways. You know, there's no favouritism at this point. But I guess what happens if there is a chance of Lewis winning the championship come to Tasmania, or somehow, Patton would almost have to have a problem at this point. But if depending on the way the scores is, things like power stages can count for a lot. So I think you'd find Harry will probably come back tomorrow. He'll fight well, but maybe he'd let Lewis try and take some power stage points. Okay. Maybe he might push on that, depending where the heat is and stuff and how much pressure is going on into the leader. They're the little bits that you try and play to your strength, because if Patton had an issue in our last round, which is an endurance round, all those points count. Until you get to that last stage, we won't know the champion. And if Hayden had a problem, the power stage could come into play to what dictates whether you win the championship or not. So, that's why we all hope it'll be a two-horse race. If it's mathematical in motorsport, it's still a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Andy Van Can is our final runner to come through for today and for this live stage. He's another one that has just been soaking up every moment of being in this car in the Adelaide Hills.
Yeah, I'm rapt that he's come across West Australian. I mean, he's got a huge amount of experience, mostly back in the day in the co-driver seat, would you believe. He and his brother, state West Australian rally champions many, many years ago, loving driving now. Probably never thought he'd do an ARC round in another state. And this, the challenge has brought him here. He loves his car. He treats it like it's gold. And he's really enjoying these roads for the same reason. So as he comes through here, just really enjoying the experience. A little wide there from Andy, but at the end of the day, a few people have got wheel marks out there. And, I'm loving the fact he's doing it because he loves the rallying. How good is this place that we've come to? I wouldn't normally come here before. He and his wife Trish came over a little earlier and enjoying it for all different reasons to Jackson, but ultimately it all comes to enjoying the sport.
Well, there is plenty to enjoy in this area, and as you said, he's making the most of it. We're going to go and have a Pinot in a few moments' time, but more importantly, let's hear from Andy.
Right, Andy Van Can, you've come over from WA. This is your first time doing the Adelaide Hills Rally. How are you finding it?
The roads are just sensational. I was advised that they would be different, and compared with Western Australia, they are different. There's a lot more grip. You carry a lot more speed. Very twisty. No time to rest. Just sensational. Loving every corner.
Sounds amazing. Are you changing some of the pace notes then to adjust to the differences?
We did that on Recce. Mind you, we use Smoothline, so they're already a very, very good product. But yes, we did make a few changes, but frankly, at our pace, you know, we're here to finish. I've got two missions in this rally: fun and finish. We're doing that. So yeah, we made a few changes, but frankly, you could do this rally quite safely on Smoothline without having to make too many changes.
Well, we hope you have fun and you finish. Thanks for that.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty, so we are at the conclusion of our live stage, but tomorrow 30 degrees. It's going to be even warmer. There's been a lot of talk about tyres. There's been a bit of strategy at play behind the scenes today,
Yeah, a bit different to what we normally see. People actually opting to go for the medium. I'd reckon most of the teams have gone through 8 of their 16 in the outright cars. How they play that, they'll know a little bit from today. First passes, you're getting a little bit of the swept road. We saw some people go for a soft option there, then go to a medium when it's hard packed. Let's see how tomorrow goes.
That's it. So our South Australian state competitors continue to go past behind us, hence the dust. But a reminder, spectators, those that are lucky enough to be in the area, jump onto rally.com.au. Make sure you register and come and catch a glimpse of these cars as they go past. Also, we have to shout out to our sponsors, our naming rights sponsors this weekend, Copyworld. And they are brilliant, making office life easier, more productive, more connected with smarter printing and office technology across Australia. They are the exclusive Toshiba dealer in South Australia and Western Australia. So as a sand groper, Dino, upgrade the office.
I need smarter printing solutions, so they might be getting a call from me on Monday. Absolutely. No, it's awesome they've come on board this year.
And a shout out to all our officials and everyone that's made today possible. We'll be back tomorrow, 11:23. That's AM, and that's Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So, Dino, those bags under the eyes, more makeup for you tomorrow, an hour less sleep. But thank you for your time.
No, my pleasure. You can't fix this, by the way. It is what it is.
Well, the title is going on tomorrow, so we wait to see Hayden Patton now versus Lewis Bates. That's all to come. Don't forget all the latest across our social pages here for the E-Road